So this is going to be kind of an impromptu video because I was just reading through a bunch of emails and I came across a few that were all relating to toddler potty training. Not necessarily people asking me advice for how to potty train their child, but just kind of wanting to voice their frustrations with potty training. And I laugh every single time this subject comes up because I feel like it is one of the suckiest things in parenting is potty training a difficult child. I'm not going to say potty training in general because Ava was just a breeze. She was so motivated by princess underwear that it was like, who are we kidding? It was overnight. She was just like, I want to wear these, and then there you go. Wyatt, on the other hand, oh my lord. He has been by far my most difficult child, and I don't know if it's because he's a boy or genetics difference because, you know, Ava and Wyatt have different fathers, but that doesn't seem right because Kaya's been pretty low-key, and obviously she's John's daughter as well. Boys in potty training is just like, I still want to just bang my head into a wall. We started at like 2. I had very realistic expectations. I knew he wasn't going to potty train before that. I was like, whatever, let's take our time. I started at 2 when he kind of showed, you know, progress of being able to hold his pee for a while. And I wish I would have just started later. Honestly, I wish I would have just saved myself a year of just hating myself and just done it at 3. Because for a year and a half, because he just started wearing big boy underwear all day long about 2 months ago, I want to say. So a year and a half, he's 3.5 now, I just, basically it was like a uphill battle. It was like torture. You know, I would try every trick in the book. I would look online, I would talk to other mommies, and I tried everything. Everything. Like, don't suggest something because I already tried it. And nothing worked. He was just happy to sit into a wet diaper. He would run away when you'd want to change his diaper. It was the most infuriating thing in the world. And then it became to the point where he was pooping in his diaper. And, like, I'm talking monstrous, like, adult poops. He was pooping in his diaper, and I would start crying because it was just like I felt like there was never going to be an end to this, just it. He basically, you know, I asked him, you know, calmly asked him, I said, do you think I like changing your diaper, your poopy diapers? And he goes, yeah, Mommy likes changing them. Daddy does too. Like something in my brain kind of like broke at that moment. Like I felt this tiny little like crack. I don't know what it was, but it was just, I was done. I was absolutely done. That was at like age 3, I think, and I just backed off. I told John, I said, I can't do it anymore. It was to the point where I was calling him while he was at work, and I was just like, you know, when they were at nap time, I would just call and just yell at him because I was so frustrated, and I would just be like, why isn't your son pooping and peeing in the toilet? And his mom was like, oh, none of my boys potty trained before 3, and I'm thinking, okay, fine, but now he's 3 and 2 months old, like, when am I gonna get some, like, anything from him? I mean, I would put him on the toilet, and he would scream bloody murder. Scream bloody murder. And the one time that I got him to poop on the toilet, I felt so proud of myself, but really it was just because we had been sitting there for an hour and a half and he couldn't hold it any longer. Like, who am I kidding? I would have pooped too if I were in front of an audience, if I had to just, like, I wouldn't be able to hold it. I got so frustrated. So at 3, I just gave up. I said, you know what, whatever, poop, pee, crap in your diaper. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I'm tired. It was just not worth it. Nothing motivated him. Prizes, you know, $68 Thomas the Train sheds, school didn't motivate him, candy didn't motivate him, taking away stuff didn't motivate him. It didn't matter, you know, it just didn't matter. So, hold on. Hello? That was John. He took the kids to the grocery store because I have been literally cooped up with every single member of this family since Sunday morning because we've had horrible snowstorms and none of us have left the house. It is now Tuesday night, and I was just told that, no, it's Wednesday night. That's how long it's been. It's Wednesday night, and I was told that Ava's school is delayed by 2 hours tomorrow, which basically means they're probably going to just close for the day. So, John took the kids so that I could just have an hour by myself. What I was saying was we gave up at 3. I was calling John, and I was just screaming and yelling because I just was so frustrated, and I felt like it was too much. So I backed off. I backed off completely. You know, we'd offer it every once in a while, but we didn't really push it. He was just happy to just do whatever he wanted. I developed this thing that I like to call phantom nose. You know how when you're in the shower or you're watching a movie or doing something after you've put the kids to bed or put them down for a nap, and you're doing, you know, you're just being by yourself and quiet, and all of a sudden you hear a baby crying. But it's not really a baby crying. You just think it's a baby crying because that's how, like, that's what your brain has now done, is it's giving you this, like, just awareness at all times that there's a baby in the house. John and I will be watching a movie and like 10 minutes in, we'll turn the volume down and we're like, did you hear that? Is that a baby? Which one is that? And then I'm like, I don't hear it, or vice versa. Basically, that's what it is with my nose, except for my nose always smells poop. Not always, but I just randomly will get wafts of things. I have a very sensitive smell, and I do not like stinkiness of any sort. So I will just get a waft of something, whether it's like John farted or one of the kids farted or something. I'm just like, what is that? Somebody pooped. And then that's what I developed with Wyatt, was that because he would not tell us if he pooped, ever. He would not tell us if he pooped. He would sit in a poopy diaper for 3 hours and just be happy as a clam. What was happening was his poops were getting so big that they were, you know, if he sat in them too long, they would overfill his pants. Like, and he would wait too. We would change his diaper, and he would wait until we changed his diaper, and then he would take a poo in a corner and then run away, and we would never know. So I developed the phantom nose, where all of a sudden he would walk past me, and I'm like, what does that smell? And it would be a fart most of the time, but it just, like, I was driving myself insane. So basically, I just gave up, like I said, at 3. I said, whatever, you do what you want. Eventually, he's going to go in the potty because he's not going to be running around in a diaper at 16, you know, whatever. So I just gave up. It wasn't until probably 2 months ago. It was just random. He was sitting at the table, and I looked at him, and I just said, you know what, Wyatt, today you're going to be in big boy underwear, and you're not going to pee in your pants. And you're not going to leave the kitchen. Because we have carpeting. He had already peed on a hardwood floor, and I'm sorry, but liquids just ruin hardwood floors, regardless of what they are. But he had peed on our hardwood floors numerous times. He had had explosive diarrhea on our hardwood floors. He had peed on our carpet numerous times, and I just couldn't handle it. So our kitchen is the only thing that was tiled. So I said, you know, we're going to hang out in the kitchen. We're going to do crafts. We're going to play on the iPad. We're going to eat. We're going to hang out in the kitchen today. And you're going to stay in your big boy underwear. And if you have to go potty, we're going to go potty. And he was like, all right. You know, and I was like, oh my God, like, this is a huge step. Like, usually he begs for his diaper to be put on. Like, he actually says, no, I want to wear my diaper. So after that happened, I switched him into his diaper, or his underwear, and I pumped him full of fluids. Like, I force-fed him fluids the whole day. And up until 4 o'clock, I force-fed him those, and then after about 45 minutes after he would finish a sippy cup of something, I would drag him downstairs, put him on the potty. He would pee. And then that was that. Like, ever since that day, he's peed in the toilet. Another thing I should add that changed was that John taught him how to stand and pee. I understand we as women do not want pee splatter. We don't want to have to clean up the pee splatter. And little kids can't aim. Even older men can't aim. But for some reason, Wyatt really just, something clicked when it came to standing and peeing. So we set up a stool, and he could stand on it, and he can pull his little winky out and pee. And for some reason, he just loves it. He loves it. And that is like, that did it for him. Sitting wasn't natural to him. He'd never seen John sit. He'd never seen, you know, my dad sit. Like, why would he sit? So not forcing him to sit and pee was huge. That coupled with just, I think, backing off for 6 months and just letting him do his thing, I think because I wanted it so bad, and he knew I wanted it so bad, he wasn't going to do it. That's just the type of kid he is. He's the most, like I said, he's just difficult. Like, I can't tell you how many times that I've wanted to get him tested for Asperger's because I've almost been fearful that he is somewhere on the autistic range. And it's not me overreacting. My pediatrician even suggested it as well if he didn't start getting better. But he's just difficult. So why wouldn't he be completely difficult with potty training, you know? So I think because I didn't want it anymore, he was like, all right, I'll do it. Not only that, but the standing, like I said. And I just think there is just, I don't know, I think some kids are just slow learners. Not learners because he's very smart, I shouldn't say that, but maturity-wise, I think he just matured a little bit later. And you know what? He is such a smart kid, and I knew it would come to him sooner or later, so it just, I don't know. The only issue we're having at this point is pooping. He doesn't want to poop in the toilet. I don't know if he's scared to do it or what, but he still prefers to hide. And, you know, John finally gave him this ultimatum because he's over 3.5 now. And we know he can pee on the toilet, and he knows when he needs to poop because he runs away when he feels like he needs to poop. So because all of those things are there for him and he's still refusing to do it, John made him an ultimatum. He basically said, if you poop in your underwear, we're going to take away your blankie. That's his currency. Kids have currency, and it's ever changing, whether it's sweets or toys or games or TV or whatever. Every kid's got a currency. Wyatt's currency is his blankie. So John said, you know, each time you poop in your underwear, we're going to take your blankie away. What did he decide to do? Oh, he decided to just hold it until he would sleep at night and then poop in his diaper and then give John something to change in the morning. And I say John because I physically can't handle the poop anymore. I gag. John actually even threw up on Sunday changing a diaper. Like, that's how bad they are. So I don't know if it was on purpose or if it's subconscious, but Wyatt has forced his body to only poop at night when he's sleeping in his diaper. So that is our next hurdle. We're not going to push it super hard right now because we're just happy he's peeing in the toilet and that stage, like that hurdle has happened. But until he's not pooping in a diaper or his pants, we can't send him to school. So, you know, it's in the back of our minds to work on that, but we're just kind of like taking a recess and saying, you know what? Job well done on that half game. Like, let's just chill out for a second, regroup, and then go at it again. So basically what I'm just trying to say is for all of you people who are just at your wit's end with your kid, whether it's a girl or a boy, you know, and I feel like I'm yelling right now because I'm getting that like worked up about potty training because I hate it. For those of you who are frustrated, take a deep breath, step away from it, and just let your kid be, because as long as you've taught them the fundamentals of it, you keep it at the back of their mind, forcing the issue just is, I feel like, just doesn't work. A kid's gonna pee in the toilet and poop in the toilet when they're ready, and that's just that, you know? It's super frustrating. Trust me, I know it's super frustrating, but it'll happen. It'll happen. I will keep you updated on the pooping. Until then, my phantom nose and I will just have to deal with it, but yes, so keep with it, guys. It'll happen, whether, you know, whatever. And for those of, I don't know why, but my mom seems to think that boys are easier to potty train than girls. I would love to get your guys' opinion on this because obviously I only have one boy and 2 girls and only one is potty trained. I think that girls are way easier. Kaya was pooping and peeing in the toilet at 7 months. Ava potty trained basically on her own. I said, hey, you want these underwear? Great, you just have to pee in the toilet. Boom, done. Wyatt, like I said, I just explained his frustration. So please let me know, are boys easier or girls? Like, do I just have a very difficult child who just is just difficult? I don't know. It'd be nice to know. But I will talk to you guys all later because now I'm just like babbling on because I just enjoy the fact that like all I hear is my own voice right now, not 3 other people screaming at me for something. I've been cooped up too long, guys. I have not left my house in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. 4 days.